Welcome to Attingo Talks. Diana here, Joyce here, and Rohan Ricketts. Today,
How we
we're going to
doing, ladies?
talk some awesome stuff with you gentlemen. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, ladies. How are you both?
We are great. Thank
You're
you.
looking. You're both looking marvelous. You're both looking marvelous.
Thank
Thank you
you. Thank
so
you.
much. I think it's been more fun introducing and getting to know you, Rohan, behind the scenes than what we expected. But just so everyone who's joining us right now, today we're going to talk about getting up from your chair during this COVID-19. And you may have heard sitting down is the new smoking. Have you heard that? Have you heard that?
No, I
I
haven't
know I
heard it.
have not.
Well,
I,
it's a dangerous thing. Apparently, our chair's out to get us. We have to get
Yes,
moving.
'cause
And that's
some
exactly why
listen,
you're here.
some doctors have explained that sitting down, that people were not designed to be sitting down. So we spend probably half of our time sitting, watching TV, working, driving. So it's time now, and especially now with the quarantine, everyone at home, we're sitting too much. So let's hear it from the expert.
But let me please officially introduce you, Rohan. Can I do that?
hágale, hágale.
For everyone who does not know who is joining us today, from professional football player and professional coach now to media mogul and motivational speaker. And he says not to say comedian, but I think that he has such a great personality. You're almost quite there. Very active. He's going to share with us his secrets on how he's actually getting by during this time. Originally from England, but living now in beautiful Canada by choice. Let's welcome Rohan Ricketts.
Rohan
Um,
Ricketts.
yeah,
Thank you so
thank you
much
for
for
having
being
me.
here.
Yeah, thank you for
Well,
having me,
listen,
ladies. Dime.
we've seen you on Instagram and YouTube, and we see that you are a super active guy. Like, we've seen you doing exercise in the snow. We've seen you all over the world. So can you please tell us, how are you handling this quarantine?
For me personally, it's quite simple. It's not been very difficult for me personally because I've always been a person who was very active. I always created my own kind of ambience, whether I'm playing football by myself outside in the garden, whether I'm dancing salsa or bachata or reggae by myself or with my wife. So I've always been naturally kind of spontaneous and done stuff. So it's not been too difficult for me.
So you mentioned a key word. You mentioned a key word, and I think this is where your secret lies. You mentioned dancing and salsa. So apparently you are a professional salsa dancer. And how are you using this awesome technique within everything that you're doing?
Um, so it's funny because when people say to me professional salsa dancer, because people said it to me, or I've seen it written because we've done a lot of presentations, and I'm kind of I feel funny when people say that. I dance really well and I love dancing, um, but professional, I don't really like that term because I like to still have fun with it. But if I'm being honest with you, I before the quarantine and the lockdown, I dance every day. So sometimes me and my wife will get up, she'll make breakfast, we will dance. We'll dance salsa, we'll dance bachata. Our baby girl Havana, she would dance. It's something that we do daily. So we do it because we love the music, and then a byproduct of that is that it's good for our health. But more
Yes.
importantly, and I hope everyone listening to this takes heed, dancing is very important for the mind, which is where everything starts for me. So whether it's someone says they're going through depression or physically ill, for me, and I think it's scientifically proven that all of these things start in the mind. So to liberate your mind is the key. And dancing, you don't even need anybody. You put on the song that you like. For me, I love Latin music, but I love salsa. I love bachata. I love reggae music, which because my background, my parents are Jamaican. But I think it's very important that people take this time and dance more, like a lot more. It's essential for me. Then
Yeah.
other stuff you might be into could be that's different. But dancing, you just need to put the radio on. Or everyone's got their smartphone, Spotify, YouTube, y bailar, dance.
And dance. So you know
Fun.
Spanish. Oh my gosh, that's so
I can't hear
cool.
you now, ladies. I can't hear you.
You can't hear
Can you hear
us?
us now? Can you hear
You're
us?
back. You're back.
All right, we're
Okay.
back.
No, it's
Súbelo,
funny that
súbelo,
you're
súbelo.
talking
Turn it
about
up. Turn it up.
dancing.
Turn it up more.
Hmm.
I hope you can hear us because we can hear you. We lost you for a second too. So
Okay,
whatever it
go.
is, let's go with it. Make an effort.
Okay.
So
So
Joyce, you
I
were gonna say.
that no, it's funny that you're talking about dancing when you're all about soccer. So it's really interesting that you have that other second interest in dancing. So you say dancing is good for the mind. So did you hear that, everyone? We got to start dancing.
So you
Definitely got
do,
to start
you're helping us by doing a live every day. You're doing two things. You're doing soccer live, and we're
Yeah.
going to share your links with Rohan Ricketts Academy on Facebook and Instagram. But you're also doing this dancing live sessions 4 times a week on Facebook. We're also going to share that link as well. So you're helping us. You're going to expose what's going on your side, and you're bringing it and giving us the opportunity to join in on this side. So what do you have to say for everyone who's going to join and who's doing this on a weekly basis with regards to what you call rumba terapia?
It's a rumba therapy. So for those of you that speak English, rumba therapy is rumba therapy. So rumba is a word in Spanish which people use for party or to party, and so we have a way to turn that party into a therapy. So me and my other half, what we do is 4 times a week. We're doing it at the moment. We started via Instagram, then we've moved over to Facebook. Eventually, I think we're going to move over to Zoom. So there's 4 sessions a week. So it's a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. We dance for approximately 45 minutes, different rhythms within the Latin kind of music genre. So there's different rhythms. So we dance salsa, bachata, merengue, cumbia, champeta, which is a type of a genre from the coast in Colombia. So we do that, and it's non-stop. Some of you may think, oh, it sounds like Zumba, but it's very, very different than Zumba, because when you're doing Zumba, you're actually doing different types of exercise movements. Rumba Therapia, you are actually dancing the steps of that genre, and you're doing different kind of slightly choreographed steps, but you're just dancing the steps to that thing. So it's very specific. You can learn. You don't need to be a big expert, ni intermediate. You could be a beginner. Okay, you can do it with your children, and it's something that I think that you lot need to all join in and check it out, especially now because it's still free. We've been doing it for 3-4 weeks. You can do it with your partner, and you're definitely gonna sweat a lot and liberate, as I said at the beginning, your mind, which is very important.
Okay, Diana.
Awesome.
Diana, I think you're
Now,
gonna have to try it.
the football. Say that again, Joyce.
No, I think Deanna and me are gonna have to try it one day.
You have to. You have to try it. You have to try
Yes.
it. I would like you lot to try it if you're free. I don't know if you're going to be free tomorrow, because you might, if you're doing this every day or every other day at this time, you might be busy. But I think sometimes we leave a recorded version on the page, so it'd be good for you to check it out. And you lot are Latina, so I think it would be very natural for you lot to
It'll be
coger
fine.
los pasos, to get the steps.
That is correct.
It would
So,
definitely
and
be
then
a
if you
good
on the
workout.
soccer side, on the academy side.
Yeah, so I have Rowan Ricketts Academy, which is an academy that's been active now for, I want to say, just over 2 years since I came back to live in Canada. I came back to live in Canada for my son. I have 2 children, a daughter called Havana, my son Carlo Roberto, and it was very important for me to come back to Canada to make sure that he had his father present in his life, even though all of my family are in England. They're born, like most of them are Jamaican, but they live in England. So I came to Canada. I started up my academy, and I focus on developing young players from as young as 5 years old up to 21 years old. And I focus only on the development side of things. So my academy is a training only academy. We work hand in hand actually with a place where I met Joyce. Her children play for Oakville Blue Devils. So
Mhm.
Oakville Blue Devils, they outsource one of their days to me, um, a special day. So Tuesday night, I do 2 hours for them. But apart from that, I run my own training, and I train kids from all over the GTA. Since we've been in quarantine and a lockdown, what I've done is I've transferred all of what I've been doing in person online. So I've been doing it on Instagram. It was going for 3 to 4 weeks, and now we've moved over to a private Facebook group. So for those of you listening, unfortunately, you've kind of missed the free part of it. But if you're interested, in your children, boy or girl, not important, of the gender, if you're interested in them doing my sessions, I will allow you to go on to do before the May the 1st to try out. There's 4 pre-recorded sessions, so I'll allow you to go on the private group, try out. If you want to try out 4 of them, it's up to you. You can try out one of the pre-recorded sessions that we've done, and if you like it, then you can sign up for the live ones, because my sessions are live and direct. I like it live and direct, ladies.
All right. So how does a soccer ball inside a home, how does that work?
Very good question. So I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Back in the day, when I was a young kid, my mum and dad split up. I was about 9, 10 years old, and I was living predominantly with my father at the time. And my dad, every time he left, because he was an electrician, so he left home, and there was three. My mum and dad have had 3 children together, and me and my older brother lived with my dad, and then my sister stayed with my mother. And what happened was, my dad would leave the house as soon as he left the house, because we lived in a very small room. My brother would pick the bed up, the mattress, and put it onto the wall, because we didn't have any space. So we had to be very resourceful. And my brother would put this like ghetto blaster on the samba music, and he would have me just playing with the ball, playing with the ball. So that was a tiny flat, like as we call it in England, you call it apartments here in Canada. So I think parents, you're gonna have to allow your kids to create either space within the house, whether you've got a basement, brilliant. If you do, if you don't, no problem. They can. I know kids that are doing this in their living rooms. I know kids that are doing
Mhm.
this in their garage. Kids that are doing it on the garden, depending on the surface, or they might go across the road. Obviously, you need a bit of internet, some Wi-Fi to do it live. But it's been very, very, very effective, because there's been the fitness aspect. And parents, by the way, listen in carefully. I've had at least 4 to 5 parents join in the sessions, and they've seen improvements in themselves. So I want to say this, that is very very important to understand. My training that I've been doing online has been very effective, not just for the fitness aspect, but I've helped children in a short space of time improve their ball control, improve their ball manipulation. And the reason being is, and you can ask Joyce, when I train the kids on a Tuesday night, how many kids are sometimes there, roughly?
Oh, everyone is there. Like the whole academy. No, there's
There's
about
lots of kids, right?
lots. I don't know, like 60,
There's
50.
over sometimes 20 in 1 hour. There's over 20 children, and there's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of kids. But now I'm training with them 1 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes live, and usually they're by themselves, or they might be with their sibling, and they're getting way more touches because it's only them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a way, so parents, it's time to get resourceful at home. So if you see those mattresses up, it's part of the process. And I guess dealing with, your
Something.
kids at the same time, because we have to get creative during these times. So thank you, Rohan. You're going to help us out here to close a couple of things off. One of the reasons why we're here is to share this relevant information, not only for finances, but also for wellness, because your health is your wealth. And it's time to get active, be it dancing or be it kicking the ball. And we are going to share your links, Rohan, so that people can be able to connect with you. I'm sure that Joyce and you'll probably see us trying it out and bringing and engaging the family as well.
I hope
So
so.
I hope so. I hope so too. So guys, so hang in there just 1 second, because you're going to do me a favor. Okay, you're going to help me close this off. So guys, this Attingo is your source for life insurance, for critical illness and investments. If you need a second opinion on your investments, if you need to review your life insurance, if you need to top up your critical illness insurance, this is a good time. Call me and let's talk. So thank you guys for for joining us today. And we're going to come back again tomorrow. But Rohan, he's also a host, and I've seen him on all types of presentations. So can you please close this off? This is Attingo Talks, and we've had a lot of fun. Very different today, and we loved having you today.
Yo, everybody listening to the Attingo talk. It's been absolutely fantastic. Lovely to talk to these two beautiful darlings. Hopefully you enjoyed all the conversation. Make sure you check out the Ron Ricketts Academy. Get your children training with me live 3 times a week. And if you want to dance some Latin music, lovely sensuous Latin music, 4 times a week with Jan Becke. The links will be somewhere around there or there. I'm not sure. And I hope you keep listening to Attingo Talk. It's been absolutely wonderful. Mwah. Take care. It's your boy, Ron Ricketts.